A hands-on approach to our art journal page for week 11 of Kari's prompts. Purple and gold, a bold, cheeky ad filled with many of PM's favorite techniques.
Hello, this is Patricia.
And I am Mariah the M. Together we are PM Artist Studio. We appreciate you watching. Be sure to like and comment below. Now let's get started. Alright, so the prompts were purple, gold. We took liberty on the words. You'll see that here in just a moment. Focal point was hands, or sorry, body part. We chose hands. And we took a little liberty on the stamp part too. Like you'll see how that plays in. Now, right out of the gate here, you see P laying out the infamous Brusho. Well, actually, it's the Ken Oliver Color Burst, and there's only one Brusho. So you did 2 color bursts and 1 Brusho.
Right.
They are all watercolor crystals.
Yes, in the purple range.
This is like, I mean, this journal has like all of the top go-to.
Except for gel printing. Did we get any gel printing on there? I don't think we did.
No. Actually, yeah, you're right.
That's the only thing we didn't. And we could have. In fact, we planned on using a gel print background. We just didn't. We've been using all our purples up.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Purple's been quite the thing. I really loved when she had it kind of like this, and I was standing over off to the side saying, "Are you gonna leave it alone?" And then so now I'm gonna put the indigo, and yeah, there we go. That indigo. It went go. I was like, no.
I don't know why I have like a brain thing on this indigo. I mean, I know what it does.
She knows better.
There we go.
So then she handed off the first round there to me. Now I'm over off to the side trying to figure out what to do with it.
Because it's like dripping. I should have just left it right there. That was really kind of interesting.
See, then I brought the journal page. I was like, I'm just going to dip that in there. And then we had our background. Because she's giving me a hard time about keeping if I was going to glue down all of the piece and, I'm like, it's a background. Like, come on now. All right, so this is the little hand symbol thing. And a lot of times you'll see it as a stamp. So that was kind of our first play. Number 1 on our focal point body part thing. It's the little pointy hand. We looked it up, and during Victorian times, it was used in advertising, usually to say, hey, look at this, look here, this is important. There's P throwing the, I think, was that the round 1? Crumpled?
No,
round 2.
That was round 2.
Round 2 crumpled.
Well, I just thought it'd add some interesting things to it.
I even slowed down the video because I need to yammer on about this.
Oh, I look at that back. Is that?
Well, you hadn't got. Now she's like, I need to add the blue because you remember the blue from indigo. So I'm passing it back.
Threw it back. I'm over there splashing blue all over it, which I've already. It's the same blue that we used in our shibori.
Yeah. And now you saw me earlier. I had out the smaller PM, and I was like, I think that's probably good. She's now go big or go home. Because we really wanted this to be playful. I mean,
it's sort of exaggerated almost.
Like, hey, look at this.
She just keeps wanting to use this little slender piece of gold.
Hey, it was pretty cool. I liked how it.
I can't remember. Did you finally work it in there?
No.
Oh,
I didn't. Yeah.
Now see, look at that. Look at the back of that paper. Was that not just absolutely?
I did keep it sped up on that one. And I did finally bring in that yarn. I think, the last 3 or 4 purple things that folks brought it out and have to put it back.
Threw it back in the bin.
And that little piece over there is some of Lisa's from Sirius Heka. Check her channel out. She does awesome things. One of the awesome things she does is dyed waxed paper. And that's the purple. And this is really cool stuff.
Yeah, it is. And she has a green, but my favorite all-time one is that kind of ginger colored one.
The sort of pinkish
beige.
Yeah, it really depends on what you put it with.
It does, and I think that's why I like it so much.
And Izzy's hands. So we have 2 hands.
Right.
So again, it's kind of a play on that thing, and it's kind of stamping, like because she
She did stamp her hand.
Stamp her hand. So
Actually, that's her paintbrush.
you know, we'll justify these prompts any which way we please.
Izzy has her,
Okay, and we
her
have
hands in many, many things we do.
That's true. No Play-Doh in this one, though. One of the things we do have to kind of mention is, where was I going to go with that? Oh, I just totally had I have such a tired head. It was the promotion thing, but anyway. Here's our little shameless self-promotion. Because, again, it's all supposed to be very playful. With, you know, the hands, the making of, you know, PM Artist Studio. I showed it to Brad. He said it looks like clouds. So.
Oh, my.
And so we have, you know, the shameless self-promotion. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell. Because we say that all the time. It's in our favorite colors. I mean, really, just can't go wrong with some of this. It took me a while to get placement. Yeah, see her move that out of the way.
And that little piece of whatever, mountain sunrise that she kept sticking in there that was kind of this ugly gray piece of stuff.
Downright hostile towards that little piece of paper.
I
I almost just stuffed it in there just to, you know.
Irritate me.
I was going to put it right in here. Right in the little pocket that our banner thing there has created.
Here she goes emphasizing corners again.
Oh my goodness. I thought they were more emphasized by the white blops that...
Oh, didn't get painted in?
Yeah, so that's why I'm covering up. And you gotta watch out with the wax paper. Like, it's... You see it tore.
But the thing about it is it's very forgiving. You can come back in and patch it up with little pieces, and you don't even know that they're there.
Isn't that beautiful? That purple turned out so wonderful. And I didn't need any indigo in it. And there was a little tad bit there, right? But it gets kind of covered up. And I like that whole idea of just layering. And not in a, you know, flat layer sense. It's very textural.
It is textural. Many different textures.
Yeah.
You've got metal, you've got the soft, kind of that tissuey paper feel with the wax paper stuff.
And then
the yarn.
The crinkled up
Brusho paper.
Yeah. And what's cool about that, it's a real nod at some of our first journal making, because that's how we colored a lot of our first made journals, the folded ones, the accordion style. So, like I said, I mean, even though this is kind of cheeky fun at the, you know, look at us, our shameless self-promotion, it's also a sweet gesture of, look at how far we've kind of come.
Yeah. It's a milestone marker.
Yeah. Especially if we could hit 1,000 subscribers. I don't know
We'll
why.
have to think of some kind of gala soiree
We
to
really will give something away.
commemorate the event.
For sure. And I should have, I'm a little, you know, kind of mad at myself. I should have backed the little, you know, look at me, look at the finger, you know, look here.
Oh, because
The
it's
stamp part, because I'm worried over time it will probably flatten out. But I do come in and kind of touch it up with, or give it a little bit of, my brain is just
clear
not working.
gesso.
No, I use the alcohol ink like you suggested.
Yeah, but you do need to
Oh,
seal
I
it,
probably should.
because that'll disappear.
Paper's kind of nifty too, because if you remember back from the Albuquerque journal page we did, this is the rest of the paper that was from the Camel cigarettes. Fancy cigarettes from back in
So
the day.
it's very flimsy paper that
Yeah.
needed to be glued down to something else, so that it maintained its ridges and.
Especially after so that thing was, like I said, an embossing folder. But again, we thought it was a nice play with, typically you would see that stamped.
Yes.
So that's where our other stamped thing, and I think we covered it all. Now the deal was that we didn't use the poem. I can't remember. It was something about birds, I believe. And then that's what I was about to talk about.
We need to talk about the birds.
All right, and here we probably need to kind of hurry up and chitter chat.
Yeah, we had a wonderful bird. It was a brooch that I've had for years and years and years, and it's a yellow bird, and he's singing, and there's little notes coming out of his little beak.
Trying to make this bird thing happen, and then
it was
Kari
just
mentioned something about not being inappropriate with body parts, and so I was stuck on bushes
and birds in a bush,
birds in a bush,
birds in two in a hand.
No, one in the hand is worth two in the bush. That's how it goes.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
But seriously, we spent the entire week talking about this,
and then we did this.
And it all came together beautifully. And that's when we see. Look, hey, look. See, I was like, I'm just gonna tuck it in there.
And see, I'm standing. You can see my shadow.
No, you're not standing over there, because you would have yelled at me. You didn't. I was trying to find little sneaky places to put it. Because here I come in now. I'm flecking.
Flecking.
Spattering with the Coliro. No, these are not the Coliro. Sorry, just the Fintec. Man, I'm sorry. Oh, and I brushed everything down a little bit. So if you leave the watercolor and let it dry on the brush, which is kind of bad brush behavior, but still.
Well, as long as it's watercolor,
yeah,
it's not totally devastating.
Fine. It actually just adds a shimmer to everything. And I love that. Especially if you do it when things are a little bit damp still, it sticks to it. So, using that.
FYI.
Yeah, there you go. Little tips and tricks from PM Artist Studio. It's one of the reasons you should like, subscribe, and ring that bell.
I love it. Mariah uses the stamp thing and I try using that, and I end up with it all over my glasses. It never goes where it goes.
She's a real CSI situation.
It is just terrible. I have to go to the bathroom and wash up.
No, you do it right. And that was the original PM Artist Studio stamp. So, hey, technically, there's another way to use stamp, but I didn't think that. Look at us. Crafty. Here it is all finished up.
Oh, look at all those levels of purple in there. Love it.
I can use some little pop dots. Card making business there on the PM.
Izzy's hand looks really amazing.
All right, guys, one more time. Like this video. Leave us a comment.
And don't forget to ring that bell.
Bye.